Hi, welcome back to Cooktai TV. Today, we continue the story that has been causing a stir among ARMYs since this morning. After the sudden surprise from our golden magne, Jungkook, who suddenly appeared at the airport without any prior warning or clue, the BTS fandom world became like a bunch of amateur detectives. But the story isn't over yet, and it's getting even more exciting. After Jungkook's airport photos went viral, various media outlets began trying to confirm the news with HYBE. But as usual, the agency remained calm, saying nothing. This isn't the first time HYBE has let fans speculate wildly, but that's where the art lies. They know that ARMY isn't just a passive audience, we're an active, imaginative community that can turn one photo into 1,000 theories. A few hours later, an amateur video allegedly recorded by fans from a distance surfaced. Jungkook was seen entering the international gate, wearing his signature black mask and hoodie, accompanied by 2 staff members. There were no signs of official paparazzi, no crowds. Everything felt very discreet. But that's precisely what makes it intriguing. If this was just an ordinary vacation, why the need for such secrecy? On the other hand, Taehyung's live stream was flooded with comments highlighting his reaction when asked about Jungkook. Some fans even made slow-motion videos to analyze his expressions. His eyes, the way he laughed, the pause before answering, everything was dissected. Some said Taehyung truly didn't know, while others were certain he was holding back laughter because he knew something the fans didn't. Interestingly, some ARMY members began linking this to BTS-run content or the short series that are usually released unexpectedly. This theory gained traction after the official BTS Twitter account posted a single airplane emoji without any context. Just one emoji, but the effect was extraordinary. Thousands of comments. Tens of thousands of retweets. ARMY members worldwide immediately began discussing it across various forums. Then, one detail emerged that made everything even more intriguing. A fan from France uploaded a photo allegedly showing the silhouette of someone very similar to Jungkook at the Charles de Gaulle Airport lounge in Paris. Did he really go to Europe? Or was it just a coincidence? No one can be sure. But ARMY never underestimates the power of fandom. We have an international network faster than any media outlet. Meanwhile, in South Korea, several variety shows have begun discussing the topic. They don't mention names directly, but titles like The Global Idol Who Suddenly Disappeared and The Mysterious Magne Who Went Abroad Alone have become hot topics. This means the phenomenon is no longer just online gossip, it's become a national discussion. What makes the atmosphere even more enjoyable is that fans have started creating creative threads. Some have written short fanfiction about Jungkook's secret mission, while others have created illustrations of him disguised as a secret agent. Some have even created a complete itinerary simulation in case Jungkook really went on vacation to Europe, from hidden coffee spots in Paris to exclusive streetwear shoe stores in Milan. But behind all the excitement, there's still a sense of emotion lingering. Because once again, we're reminded that BTS members, no matter how busy or famous they are still ordinary people who need time to be alone, refresh their minds, and enjoy life. We often see them as public figures who must always be strong, but moments like this open our eyes to the importance of personal space for an artist. And what's most interesting is how Taehyung's reaction adds a different dimension to this story. Many fans feel that Taehyung's sincere and confused reaction actually shows how genuine the relationships between BTS members are. Not everything has to be planned. Not everything has to be coordinated. It's precisely this spontaneity that reveals the authentic closeness between them. While waiting for further updates, some fans have started a countdown. How long will Jungkook be gone? Will he appear in a sudden live stream from his destination country? Or will he quietly upload a photo as usual, without a caption, without a location, but enough to make millions of ARMYs smile? Amidst all the speculation and excitement, the most important thing is that the BTS fandom remains solid. Moments like these bring us together. We may be from different countries, speak different languages, and have different cultures, but one thing we all share is our great love for the members. And in this case, that love manifests itself in the form of concern, laughter, creativity, and of course, endless curiosity. And if it's true that Jungkook is seeking inspiration for a personal project, then his departure this time could be the start of something big. Maybe a new song, maybe a documentary video, or even an art project he's never done before. We know for sure that Jungkook isn't the type of artist who does things without a reason. There's meaning behind every step he takes. So, while we wait for further updates, let's continue to support Jungkook and all the BTS members in a positive way. Don't spread unverified rumors, but keep sharing positive energy. Because maybe, right now, Jungkook is sitting comfortably in a small cafe at the end of the world, checking his phone notifications and smiling at how amazing ARMY is for keeping this story warm and full of love. And not long after all the commotion died down a bit, a small incident emerged that once again shook ARMY. A fan from Italy claimed to have seen someone who looked very much like Jungkook buying coffee at a small cafe near the station. No photos were uploaded, only a description of the clothing, strangely, very similar to what Jungkook wore at the airport yesterday. Is this really him? Or just an illusion from missing him too much? But either way, this claim spread quickly. ARMY in Italy began to stay vigilant, keeping a closer eye out for anyone with an athletic build and a black jacket. On the other hand, Taehyung held another short live stream, and whether intentionally or not, he seemed more cautious when reading comments this time. Still, his facial expressions left fans curious. There was a funny moment when he read a comment that said, "Appa, is Jungkook going to Rome?" And he immediately laughed, shook his head slowly, then said, "If he goes there, please send my regards." This simple sentence was immediately interpreted as a code by some ARMY members who felt that Taehyung might know more than he was showing. Amidst all the commotion, many senior fans began recalling similar moments from the past. When Jungkook suddenly appeared in New York, or when he went live from a hotel in Germany without any prior notice. All of these became a sort of unwritten tradition that Jungkook indeed had a habit of disappearing and returning with a surprise. And as he grows older and gains more experience, his way of creating these memorable little moments becomes more refined, more mysterious, but also more beloved. And who knows, when he returns next, there might be an even bigger surprise waiting. Maybe a live stream with Taehyung? Or even a funny story about how he sneaked out of the country without anyone knowing, including Taehyung? So that's all for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're also eager to see Jungkook return with another surprise. And write in the comments section, where do you think Jungkook actually went? We'll see you again in the next video. Bye for now, ARMY, and don't forget, stay curious, stay kind, and stay tuned only on Kooktai TV.